Between May 5th and 9th of 2025, India endured a record-breaking cyber assault as tensions with Pakistan escalated post-Operation Sindoor. A staggering 850 million distributed denial of service, that is DDoS attempts, targeted critical sectors in just 10 hours, exposing cybersecurity vulnerabilities and demanding immediate fortification of digital defenses. Welcome to VAR India News Hour. Hacktivist groups like IOK Hacker and Team Insane PK launched coordinated attacks aiming to disrupt India's financial, energy, and government systems. While social media amplified claims of severe damage, but official reports confirmed limited impact with no critical network breaches reported. Nonetheless, website defacements and continuous phishing campaigns highlighted the persistent threat. India's rapid digital growth has simultaneously made it a prime target. The financial sector bore the brunt, mirroring a global trend where 65.5% of cyber attacks are ideologically driven, as noted by CloudSec. With organizations like ISRO fending off daily intrusions, the scale of the threat is systemic. Despite layered defenses, gaps remain. Cisco reported only 24% of Indian organizations as cyber ready. Sophisticated phishing campaigns, including those using Crimson Rat malware, further underscores evolving threats. AI-driven attacks and deepfake-fueled misinformation now compound these risks. CERT-In's urgent advisories and collaboration with NASSCOM and DSCI have been pivotal in mitigation. However, critical sectors still face vulnerabilities exemplified by recent ransomware incidents. Moving forward, India requires robust AI-focused legislation, enhanced digital transparency, and a unified national cybersecurity strategy. Consolidating IT infrastructure under a centralized authority, as proposed by Prahar, could strengthen resilience and safeguard India's digital future. Let's look into today's headlines. Delhi ranks 5th nationwide as CBSE declared Class 10 and 12 results. CBSE has announced the 2025 results for Classes 10 and 12. Over 24.12 lakh students appeared for Class 10, which recorded a pass percentage of 93.66%, up from last year's 93.60%. Class 12 saw an overall pass rate of 88.39%. Female students excelled with 91.64%, while transgender candidates achieved 100%. Students can check their results using roll number, date of birth, and school number on cbscresults.nic.in, cbsc.gov.in, DigiLocker, Umang app, and IVRS. Vijayawada led all CBSE regions with a 99.60% pass rate, followed by Trivandrum with 99.32% and Chennai with 97.39%, while Bengaluru 95.95% and Delhi 95.37% secured 4th and 5th positions respectively. Google updates Gemini AI app with new image editing tool. Google is enhancing the Gemini app with an AI image editing tool. This new update will let users modify both AI-generated visuals and personal photos. The tool will allow users to add or remove objects, make specific changes, or modify images as needed. Google is also ensuring transparency and security by adding Synth ID watermarks to all AI-edited and AI-generated images. These invisible watermarks will help identify that an image has been altered using AI technology. Ex-Defense Secretary Ajay Kumar takes over as new UPSC chairman. Ajay Kumar, a retired IAS officer and former Defense Secretary, has been appointed as the new chairman of the Union Public Service Commission, that is UPSC. His appointment was approved by President Draupadi Murmu following the end of Preeti Sudan's term on April 29th. He is a 1985 batch IAS officer from the Kerala cadre. He served as the Defense Secretary of India from August 23rd of 2019 to October 31st of 2022. During his time in the Defense Ministry, he led major reforms such as the creation of the Chief of Defense Staff post and the launch of the Agniveer scheme. CAIT seeks ban on sale of Pakistani flags and merchandise on e-commerce platforms. The Confederation of All India Traders, that is CAIT, has urged the government to impose an immediate ban on the sale of Pakistani flags and related merchandise on all e-commerce platforms in India. This follows the discovery of Pakistani flags and t-shirts featuring the crescent and star symbol listed on Amazon, priced between Rs 300 to Rs 3000. In a letter to Union Minister Piyush Goyal, CAIT cited national sentiment and ongoing border tensions as reasons for the ban, aligning with recent government efforts to curb Pakistan-related content. CDOT and Synergy Quantum India have signed an MOU to co-develop drone-based quantum key distribution, that is QKD systems, aiming to enhance India's secure telecom infrastructure. The project will use the BB84 protocol with polarization encoding targeting technology readiness level 6 or above. This initiative supports the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission by fostering indigenous innovation in quantum technologies. CDOT contributes R&D expertise in secure communications, while Synergy Quantum brings deep tech agility. The collaboration focuses on mobile QKD solutions for defense, emergency response, and secure government communications. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR India magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.